If you know what you're
Yo,
doing,
what's
it's
up, guys?
not really that hard.
Hello. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Sorry for the kind of late stream. I was eating and I didn't have any space on my fucking desk with the plate on there, everything like that. Yeah. Hey, what's up? We're gonna take Kai. Okay. Let's freaking go. I don't know if this is the end of the game. It kind of makes it feel like it, but I'm not sure.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that.
No problem, man. Plus, you had no right to make that decision for everyone.
Right. It's better that an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Time of change and strife. We've built this discord in the island itself.
I guess that's why you and Sapadal are due for a heart-to-heart. Or whatever you have with a god.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
I don't relish having our souls peeled down to the core. One fleeting memory at a time.
You have such a way with words, Envoy.
Thanks.
I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
You're saying there's a chance we'll all become raving lunatics.
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Unless anyone has a better idea.
For once, I'm all out of ideas. Anyone else?
I'm a soldier. I prefer leaving these decisions to people like you, but if you're asking for input, I don't entirely disagree with Ludwig on this. She may be a monster, but she's not the only one the Living Lands has seen. Sapadal could render this whole island as barren as the tusks in a fit of anger.
Sapadal caused the Dream Scourge. All of this pain. I don't think I can forgive that. Especially after seeing Iancu. I just can't let that go.
Think of what we could learn from Sapadal. Perhaps there's a way we can keep everyone alive.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
More words of wisdom?
Just one. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Anyone feel like turning back? It may take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Thank you, everyone. I don't say that enough.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Okay.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Oh, why am I so anxious?
You were feeling lost after Emerald Stair, and this place gives you hope.
You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Of course, it's Power's invention.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
We don't have much time to decide.
And only one chance to get it right. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place, where anything can happen. Anything.
Whatever you need, I'm here for you.
Of course you are. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it.
Alright.
Who could rest at a time like this?
Let go.
How knowledgeable are you about boat maintenance? Looks like we'll have to find another way through.
Got ability points. Ooh. Hmm. didn't want to shoot it with this. Well, how big is this last area? I might not be able to finish the game. Fuck, is this a whole ass place? Shit. I didn't see that one was still alive. Yeah, I don't know who
I think this is the only way down.
I really like side with in this game. It's like obviously okay. Obviously Stop It All is fucking crazy, right? But whatever the god is that Wodekin, she's also fucking crazy. So and I feel like she's crazier. Stop It All is just kind of like new to being a god. And maybe she just needs some time. New in terms of, you know, she hasn't been a god as long as many others have. Set up camp because we got people who want to talk. Oh, that's right, I have attribute points.
Envoy, what do you need? Not before I've done
Okay.
some reading.
Do you not have anything to say?
When you find Stop It All, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
I didn't realize you had such eclectic tastes.
I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
It's grown around Stop It All like a cocoon. It reflects their beauty, their danger, and their fractured nature.
Let's hope they don't have any nightmares while we're here. Judging from their outbursts at Mount Forja and Nakukubel, they're skewing towards the danger in that mix.
Stop It All and I talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
I know.
I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, I mean, when, we escape this place.
Dealing with Sop at all won't diffuse the political tensions in the living lands.
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you.
I was sent to deal with the Dream Scourge, not politics.
And some days you wake up and the deck of your ship's covered in bird shit. You can clean it up or you can step in it. That's the choice.
Steel Garoda behind that mess. Not a deer, and certainly not me.
A lot of people aren't going to make that distinction. Especially when your Ambassador Heelguard hosted Ludwig in Paradis for as long as her assistance was convenient. You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paradis.
See your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
I hate politics.
This is why I stuck to soldiering. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Heelguard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
So, tensions are high, and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
I was sent to stop a plague, not prosecute a war.
Yeah, those were your orders. And if you make it back, you'll be the godlike Adiran who survived an assassination, treated with local leaders, faced a god, and stopped the Dream Scourge. That's a powerful symbol indeed.
I've refused to be a party to a conquest.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, Kai.
Anytime.
Good night.
Good night, Envoy.
Good night, Ned.
Envoy, what do you need?
Okay, so it says that he's got a thing to
Some
talk
dreams.
about, but apparently he
You
doesn't.
must have some good stories, right?
Uh-huh. And, what kind of story are you looking for, Yahtzlik?
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
At the rest, this place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Your soul is small, The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
Actually, Sapidol, I've got a question for you.
We did not foresee this.
Surprised?
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What do you really want?
A question like the ocean. What is wanting? What is what?
What if you could have anything you wanted? Is that simpler?
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What about the people who live on those hills?
Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
That doesn't sound very peaceful.
We spoke of growth.
No, you definitely said something just now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
Your essence is persistent, Queen. I underestimated your will.
You underestimate much. It is the downfall of those with your gift.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
Why don't you explain then, instead of insulting me?
Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself?
No.
When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
I knew it.
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
You couldn't reach the living lands, so your megfolk did your dirty work.
Work that sullies one hand meets out justice with the next. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
No wonder the souls of this land cry out.
They were defiant to the end. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
Their worship challenged your authority. You're never going to let them live.
You dare claim the domain of the gods is trivial?
Touched a sore spot, didn't I?
Mind your tongue. Your blasphemy strains my patience.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
It's not your order. It doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
Get out of the garden now. I'll never work with you.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
Quiet as the depths.
Need a sarcophagus key. Where do I find that? Oh god. Oh god. Uh-oh. Oops. I died. Bro, there's something over there. If that's where the key is, I want it. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't know.
I liked them better when they were dead.
Alright, well, those things suck about as much as I thought they would.
What is that? I know that place, right?
What's up, Marius?
Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Yonku, right? You look better than we last met.
What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved here. Something else you need to understand.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Wish we could have helped you, Yanku.
I am better off now than when I was fungus-brained and ready to die. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed day poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
Yanku is not your responsibility, Marius. Finding a reason to live was his burden to carry.
It was a burden I wasn't ready to carry. I went out on patrol nearly every rotation, looking for Razvan or death. Or ideally, both. Don't be like me, Marius. You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
What is there to do? Your old friends, brothers. This relationship can survive worse than this.
What? Worse than Yanku's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
Grown a lot, Marius. I'm proud of you.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Rest well, Yanku.
Well, it was good to see you.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
I think I did forget to go speak to him. No. No, I think I did.
Quiet as the depths.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Worth and wrong!
Good one!
Oh, come on, man.
Worth and wrong!
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Way to get up here? There is. that takes me back to the beginning.
Stay on your toes.
Silmes metum. Take worth and rob. Attend. And rob. Take worth and rob.
Over here! That's it.
East ahead.
These things are annoying. Companion ability point as well. Sure, do that. And then we'll do that. Nice. And then I got a ring. Power attacks cause larger hit reaction. I don't know what that means.
Wait, isn't that Tama's cairn? Oh dear.
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be.
It's
I've sailed halfway
man.
across the world. I've never seen anything like this. This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine.
Mordecai intended this place to trap a god's soul. Is this the snare your soul responds to?
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
Looks normal to me.
Then what am I looking at? I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
He doesn't look like the Tama you remember. How do you remember him?
That's the problem. I can't picture him anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
What do you see when you look at this Tama?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
So are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. I'm not letting my regret define me. I won't make that mistake again.
You've come a long way.
And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
No? Okay, this is the front door. Yeah. Okay, there's one. Middle one.
That's done. What is her?
There's two. And there's one more.
Stand back.
Show me what you got. Earth and rock.
Nice.
Earth and rock. Worth and rock. Worth and rock. And rock.
I feel like there's got to be one more over here somewhere. Ah, literally right there. Wayfinder. Ooh. Full combo attack deals high stun to nearby enemies, greatly increases the distance traveled during a power attack. Hmm. Oh, hey, there's the sarcophagus key.
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Zappadal is dredging our memories again, looking for ways to reach out to us.
I hate it. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
Zappadal wanted us to find this. The only question is why.
They have a sick sense of humor. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Zappadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Talk to them, Giada.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castell, welcome.
Wait, You know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
You're saying Sapadal was responsible for the lab incident?
No. This can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
I'm so sorry, Giada. I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
What are these things?
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine.
You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf,
Not now, Kai, man.
and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
I trust you to make this decision yourself.
Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
Rest well.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
Talk to these guys again. Marius, you want to actually
I came
talk
here to help
Okay.
you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
That had to have been difficult.
It was, right. But it was easier than I thought it would be. Thanks to you, I think I was ready for something like this. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
The world is strange, Marius. That's one of the things I like best about it.
You're in a good place then. Strange seems to follow you like dust gnats. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
Don't worry, they all heard.
Until next time.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's.
You were generous to forgive them.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Sell yourself short. You can still do incredible things.
Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
You still use animancy to help the living lands.
Perhaps, as long as no one gets in my way. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
Would you consider going back to Fiume Severno?
The thought has crossed my mind, but no. I burned that bridge, and I don't regret it. Politics and small minds held me back for too long.
I'd trust you to make the right choice for yourself.
Of course you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together long enough that I value your opinion.
I don't care what you do. I don't. mean, like, it seems like she likes animancy, right? Or was she only doing that? I mean,
You're right. I know you're right. But it's easier said than done. I am the daughter of proud animancers. Who am I to deprive the community of my wisdom and experience?
You are Giada Castell, and your only responsibility is to yourself.
An Adiran with no sense of civic duty? Now I've seen it all. Without animancy, without my ambition, I don't even know who I am. But maybe that's a good thing. Either way, I can't wait to find out. The Living Lands is nothing if not a place of self-discovery. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, no
Leaving
problem.
your life behind is terrifying. But if anyone can survive it,
Okay. There should be a thing down here. Wait. Spirit lender. Get that. 2% of your attack damage is restored as essence. Plus 100 maximum essence. Holy fuck. That's, good. Arm of Bones. I'm in a trio of skeletons to fight.
This one's mine.
Hey.
That's one for us.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of supplies, like upgrade shit. I don't have any money to upgrade. Hey, man. Nothing in the water, huh? Interesting. Unmaker. I didn't even notice that it had a sword coming out of its head. Power attacks deal plus 15% bonus attack damage. Critical hits deal high stun to nearby magfolk. Oh. Seems very situational. Like a weapon that is only good right now.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
The air is alive. I've never felt essence like this.
Scorpion venom, pain, then numbness. Paralyzed, they said. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Sinakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
They said solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves.
Still wings, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away.
You can't keep denying the role you played in it.
Akita ripped from their beds, rivers of blood. What was their crime? Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly, the stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Couldn't you sense them before they arrived?
A chill in our spine. How could we name it? First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
They destroyed just to destroy.
No. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Were they trying to sever the godless connection to you?
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they trap the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
They wanted to anger you.
Blossom torn from the stem. How could we not defend ourselves? The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
Magfolk whittled you down.
They advanced on us, they struck. They raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
Time stopped, didn't it? It happened when I died too.
Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
No one gets to erase history, not even the gods.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
What would you do if I'd never come here? If I'd been born someone else?
A chill wind. Our branches shudder. We do not think of this. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
Gods may have been justified once, but this has gone on too long.
The sun shines hot and cold. We are not sure we understand.
This kind of punishment doesn't improve people. It only teaches fear.
A child scorned. Our roots have spread now. We are more than this. Soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Your health constantly regenerates when below 50%. Very nice. Okay.
Take your best shot.
Take worth and run! Ease ahead!
Ow.
Roll 10!
Nice.
Another glorious battle.
I'm gonna go back in the water. Yoink. Wild Walker room. What's that? Slowly regenerate up to 50% of your maximum health. Okay, well. Seems to be a lot of stuff that does that now.
There's something about that.
There must be like a new game plus,
Looks like the
because
kind of
like
place yachts
I'm
leave
getting
below.
so much shit. Okay. So no reason to be over here? I'll walk the boots. Plus 10% dodge distance, plus 4 dexterity. What do I have on now? 15 maximum essence. Dodging has a 10% chance to restore 20 essence. We'll probably use those.
Unseen, unheard.
Ow.
Drop 10. And rock.
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside. This is the library from my dreams. It's real? I wonder who she was. She looks sad and familiar.
Who are you talking about?
This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly, they wanted their story preserved.
Oh.
No matter the cost. Garlowain's gonads. Envoy? I never told you this, but I've dreamed of this place every night for most of my life. This is a godless library. An actual, real-life godless library. It's why I study the godless, because this place has haunted me since I was a child. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
The place is steeped in fear and death. Let us be about our business quickly.
Envoy, we're in a pristine bit of godless architecture, one from my literal dreams. We're staying as long as we can. Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
Supposed to be like her daughter or something?
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
Oh.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
Was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
Looks like they succeeded.
They did in the end. But they didn't get exactly what they wished for. I made sure of that. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
Screams of the dying are a symphony that reminds us there was once life. Quiet is far more oppressive.
Oh, you're just a barrel of fun, aren't you? Yardley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akida, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yardley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yardley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akida will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
It's your life, your decision.
Ugh, you're no help at all.
Yeah, well...
Please. I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
I hate choices like this. Because... It's not my fucking place. They're putting so many decisions on me. And what is it? There isn't anyone else who can do this? What do you mean? There are several people who can do this. She has all the information, just give it to them. Vior still needs you.
True. They still have to find a new home. And I doubt Vidaro is strong enough to get them there. A chosen of Sapadal, yet you do not stand with your people. How disappointing. Our time is at an end, Yardley. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. And oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yardley alive. She is the last hope of the Akida. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. Choose well, Yardley. And good luck. She's gone.
Is that a fucking force ghost?
Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Oh, come on, Envoy. Just tell me what to do. I can't make any decisions for myself. God forbid we make our characters, able to make their own decisions.
I'll never understand the Akidan love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Dude, I fell through the fucking ground, man. Damn it.
East ahead.
I'll never understand the abuse love.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Ow. Approach of spreading flame. Your fire damage has a 50% chance to jump to nearby enemies. That's honestly pretty good. What does this do? +3 perception? Yeah, I might do that. Why does it look like I can... Oh. Shit. That was it, huh?
This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop, catch our breath.
Yeah, alright. First, let me risk my life grabbing this thing that I don't need. Alright, talk to Yardsley.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
At least one of us is ready for what's... Glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Who are you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Doing okay, Giada?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
I feel it too. That I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What about you, Yoshli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Zapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret.
No, you tease.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. It takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Five oddballs on a mission to confront a god. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest. We could all use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we? Sleep well, my friends. Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library?
I recovered?
I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Happy to help, though I'm not sure how much I can add.
I think I just need to say some things out loud, if that's all right. It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But... it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
You should talk it over with Quilici. Get his perspective.
I love the man, but he'll just be endlessly supportive, the fiend. And trying to send a letter when we're on the move like this? It's a struggle. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more... full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
Glad you could get your answer, no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... for the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Oh my god. It's your life. You know your desires better than I do.
I ask because I want your advice, Envoy.
Yeah.
Please.
But my advice...
What do you think?
...is going to influence you. Fuck's sake. I don't think you'll ever forgive yourself if you abandon Fior.
You're right. Especially after all we've been through. Really, leaving them in Vidaro's hands is a fate I wouldn't wish on anyone. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. I'm sure Quilici will be relieved to know that I'll be back to make his life interesting again. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing them?
Okay. I hate this. Alright.
Safe to...
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
I think we've found Sapadal's home.
Quiet as the depths.
Just look at this. I've never felt so small before.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm still in the fucking water, you dumbass. I don't know where the other electric thing is.
Just like the good old days.
I've heard Magful. Oh, excuse me.
I don't think magfolk arms work like... Oh, well, never mind.
Jesus.
I never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
Well, that looks like death.
It's worth and long.
I mean, there's got to be another one somewhere, right? I wonder if I can, like, land on that. Dude, no fucking way. I don't know where the other one is. Didn't really look around. God fucking damn it. I didn't really look around after taking it, but you know.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. I gotta live to tell this tale. You take this.
And rock! Up 10! Go up 10! Me too. Worth and roll.
Jesus. I do want to see what this looks like. Okay. I mean, I might as well do this, right? Why does my guy walk like a puppet? Because he is a puppet?
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here.
Yes, here to stop the dream scourge. There's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
I mean, Wodica.
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Something happening in Paradise.
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Magic that powerful always has a cost.
A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
We need to talk about what you did, Sapadal.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
Beowulf was fighting something bigger than me.
You taught us mercy. Always mercy. We saw how you would fight for those who could not. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
You can promise you will be better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
I had no choice but to deal with that monster.
Yes. We have seen what you do to those you call monsters. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
I'll free you. Just show me how.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mold.
Unleashes the power of Sapadal to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Very cool. He looks so fucking stupid. There's the portal.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly.
Yeah.
Or so far.
If we, like, look around and... what the fuck is happening? Happened to you?
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Flowed quicker in the garden. It was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel Garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Master Hildgard must know something about this.
If he didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Freed Sapadal from their prison. Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
At least something has gone... yeah, at least something has gone right.
A lot of things have gone right. It's what's gone wrong we should be worried about.
We march on still. We run, but we are not yet truly free.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
They marched in with no... Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradis they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Everything at the Emporium, all right?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
Take care of yourself and don't get killed.
I won't give them the satisfaction of killing me.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Thanks, man. What you got? Dragonhide. Contraband. Yes. Okay. Oh, no. Don't sell that. I can finally sell all this shit. Okay. Okay. Yes, very good, yes.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made
Hello, Ingram.
We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradise burns, thanks to Ludwig and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
Have you been keeping well despite all that?
I can't complain. Being nearly omnipotent is pleasing. Sadly, the other archmages remain tedious.
The other Archmagi? Tedious? But think of what you could learn from them.
Give it a few centuries. You'll think differently. It's strange. A part of me thought you adherents might be wise enough to leave Paradise alone. But here it stands burning, while Adir storms its gates. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
Single drop of rain can cause a tsunami, can it not?
A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy only really works if you're mortal. And I'm not.
It freed Sapra. That is incredibly world-changing.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
Certain I did.
Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
Hope we meet again in better circumstances.
Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Yeah. Whatever.
What happens in Donshore shall ripple across the living.
Hey, man.
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the Living Lands stand ready to defend their home.
Will you be recording today's events for the archives?
Yes. What happens in Paradis now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradis falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions, and always have. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Adir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Even if Idea triumphs, I will ensure our historians do their duty.
It is all I can ask for. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next.
Of course I do.
Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
How is Emerald Stair? More importantly, how are you?
Thriving on both counts, I'm happy to report. My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good thinking. Nice to see you, Elia.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
Now we just need to keep the living lands from descending into war.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she...
We held them off in Fjord. We can hold...
Adelaro. Does he fight for us?
What's up, everybody?
As prepared as he...
Who knows? Maybe all this will make a hero out of him.
Oh. Alright, well. You guys are dead. So I will be taking their stuff. Alright. We'll make camp over here. That way I can upgrade my gate.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Ready all ever be.
Understood. Same here. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
I'll be happy when this is all over.
You said it, not me. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
But I have a really good one about the founding of Solace.
I promise you I've heard it. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Yeah.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Only hope it's the last.
Try praying instead of just hoping. That might work better for you. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with the Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring? So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
We all have.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war.
Yeah.
Don't stay up too late.
Okay.
Pleasant dreams.
Oh, you got more. Okay. Good.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
Keeping Sapodal trapped wasn't good for the island.
No doubt it would have gotten worse over time. If not for you, Sapodal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
Don't think about my relationship with Sapodal that way.
You're probably better off then. Sapodal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
By the way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
Okay.
You too.
We're done now, right? Okay. Workbench. Level that up. Level that one up. Let me craft stuff. All right. Cool. Very nice.
So those green people in the garden, those weren't your parents?
No.
Alright.
Envoy? Is it really you?
It's me.
Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
The garden.
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge.
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the Envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
You fucking serious?
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such pride in your ignorance.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
Get the Dream Scourge. Why does it look like you're at war?
You might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
Yes, you said that. Are we supposed to just take you at your word?
It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Yeah, I don't care.
Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
I know what I would like to do.
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
What is a grave room? Adir's system of government where the Empire oversees their vassal territory with minimal supervision. The vassal receives military aid and orderly government, and the Empire receives taxes, resources, and conscripted soldiers. So it's between this one and this one. I think we should attend to Grayford.
A fine compromise.
So long as my wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave rum.
To brisk trade. A docile Shatterscarp and a grave rum.
A grave room, then, if we must. And, God's willing, Fjord will feed the world.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the living lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the steel garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good.
The end
That'll be easy.
was freeing.
It is not,
fucking
I think,
stop it all.
Impossible.
I will defend Paradis with my life, even if it means the wheel.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she
I've probably got like another.
I'm proud to
couple
fight at your
hours.
side, Envoy. One last time.
Which
Let's get
I
to work,
unfortunately do not
Got
have
a walking
time for.
corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
I'll do my best.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodika's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Yeah. Rest at camp again. Fucking popped it. Shit face and poo poo head.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
I will. Checking on everyone.
Well, I'm just fine. More or less. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right. Doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary.
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's a blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
Glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap.
Yep.
I'll be all right on
the character who never changes. God, I fucking hate you.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
I have influence in court. My report on the living lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adherents will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
Living Lands accepted me for who I am. I can't forget that.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Yeah?
Pleasant dreams.
Do you have more to talk about? No? Okay. Okay. We'll save here. Unfortunately, I was not able to finish the game. I do have to get ready for work. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, back onto our regular schedule. Hopefully I can start stream a little earlier. And then, tomorrow, finish the game. Hopefully. Please God. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. Appreciate it. And hey, talk to you guys later. See ya.